Welcome to Thursday, guys. Please join Coach Eric on Zoom at 6:30 a.m. to follow along with him for today's workout. What we're going to do is get warmed up, 40 seconds on, 20-second transition. If you're at the gym, I want you to row, ski, or bike. If you're at home, I want you to go for a quick jog or jump rope. After that, we're going to go with a kettlebell or dumbbell tempo deadlift. So I just want you to take about 3 seconds to lower down to the ground and then explode up. So I'm going to get set. Kettlebell is going to basically get lined up with my ankles. I'm going to have my shoulders down and back. My butt is going to go back. My shins are vertical. From here, I'll stand all the way up with the weight. I'll then take 3 seconds to lower down, really focusing on driving my butt back and keeping those shins vertical, slight bend to the knees, and then stand all the way up. After that, we're going to do a lunge matrix. So what this means is I'm going to start on the right leg. I'm going to start with a forward lunge. After that, I'm going to go out to a diagonal, so about in between 1 and 2 o'clock. After that, I'm going to go out to the side to about 3 o'clock. I'll then do a reverse lunge, and then my last lunge will be sweeping the leg back for a curtsy lunge. I'll then repeat that pattern on that same leg for the 40 seconds. Next, what I'll do is the same lunge matrix, but this time moving my left leg to that forward, diagonal, side, reverse, and curtsy position. Next, we're going to go into our Russian swings here. So guys, for these, you can use a kettlebell or dumbbell. Weight's going to start just a few inches in front of the feet. From there, I'm going to hinge at the hips, that same position we worked on earlier with our deadlift. And then I'll squeeze the butt, and I'm just going to shoulder height. So it's a hike, squeeze, and then a half swing back down when I finish. Next, we're going to do some side-facing burpees. So the way I want you to get set up for this, I want you to start with your feet in line with the weight that you're going to be jumping over. You're going to jump back, chest and thighs touch, jump up, and then jump over. The reason I want you to set your feet in line with the weight is so that you're properly positioned for that jump. If you need to modify, step back, stay in a plank, step over your weight. Next, we're going to do is some traveling swings. So in this case, I'm going to be moving my legs as I'm swinging at the same time. If you need to perform this unweighted, what I want you to do is just coordinate the movement. So as the bell is coming down, I'm winding the legs to make room for it. I'll then bring the legs together as I lock out overhead. I'll then move the other leg out to the side and bring it back together. So here, bring it together, move the other leg. So I'm just going side to side, and then a half swing back down when I finish. And then lastly is going to be our alternating arm swings. If the weight that you have is too heavy to perform single-sided, go ahead and just go back to the standard Russian swing using 2 hands. But in this case, what I'm going to do is the hand that doesn't hold the weight, it's still going to mimic what the other arm is doing. So it's going to go back at the same time and then lock out in front. So I'm going to get set here, I'll swing, switch hands, so by making sure that that hand is kind of tracing or mimicking what the other hand's doing, it's there ready to grab the weight when you transfer. After our warm-up, what we're going to do is get into a Tabata plank. This is going to be a 3-point plank. You're going to do each movement 2 times. So on the first one, what we're going to do, for all of these, we're going to get set up in a front plank. So hands are underneath the shoulders. Everything's going to be nice and tight. On the first one, my right foot is going to stay elevated for 20 seconds, and I'll hold there. 10 seconds to transition, left foot elevated. After that, I'm going to go to the upper body and elevate those. So in this case, if I need to, I can widen out my legs to create more stability. Okay, so we have right leg, right arm, left arm. Repeat that one more time. That's your Tabata. For our WOD today, guys, this is going to be 4 minutes on, 1 minute rest, 5 rounds. You're going to start with 400-meter row or ski or 0.8K bike or a 400-meter run or about 2 minutes of jump rope. After that, you're going to go 30 Russian swings, 53 for the guys, 35 for the ladies is the RX, and we're going to switch up what kind of swing we're doing each round. After you finish those swings, you're going to do max side-facing burpees over the kettlebell or dumbbell the time remaining. You should have about a minute left to do that. If you have more than a minute, what I want you to do is either increase the swings to 35 and or increase your distance to 500 meters. If you have a lot less time than 1 minute, what I want you to do is either decrease the swings to 25 or decrease your distance to 300. Your score is going to be your total number of side-facing burpees at the end of the 5 rounds. On the first round, I just want standard regular Russian swings. So just going to chest height, locking out, 30 reps. Ideally, those should be unbroken. You should have no problem there. On round 2, we're going to go into those traveling swings. So again, just remember, widen the legs. As the bell comes down, bring the leg together, and then widen up, moving the other leg. After you get through those 30, back to the burpees. After a minute rest, we'll go into a staggered stance. What that means is I'm basically toe spotting with my opposite leg. So my front leg is doing the majority of the work in this case. The other leg is just lightly spotting, so we're getting a little bit more single-sided action. So what this is going to look like, in the first case, I've got my right leg forward. We'll do left leg forward in this case, so you can see the toes need to be lined up with the heel of the working leg. Okay, so make sure there's enough space to get the kettlebell through. So I'm going to get set, shoulders down and back, swing, and then lock out. So I'm really focusing on driving through this leg and this foot, and this leg is just lightly spotting. On the next round, what we'll do is switch. So again, toes are going to be in line with the heel. Make sure there's enough space between the legs to get the bell through. And then our last one's going to be that alternating arm swing. Again, if the weight's too heavy for you to go single arm, go back to your two-handed swing and finish out with those. For our daily mobility, be sure to follow along with Coach Eric. He's always got great mobility work at the end of his sessions. If you're at the gym, feel free to grab a foam roller. With this work, guys, I would definitely hit the glutes and the hamstrings, a lot of posterior work, as well as the forearms from all the grip work holding the kettlebell. Guys, I hope you have fun. Good luck. Move well.